All right. We are live again. Hey, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. If you are tuning in, today's call is going to be about, or today's YouTube live is going to be about mortgage renewals and how we are finding time and time again people like you, customers, homeowners with mortgages that are coming up for renewal, are finding themselves in competition with themselves with their current institutions. And I'll explain what that means and I'll unpack that. We are in a wave of renewals here in Canada. It is said that three-quarters of all mortgages outstanding are set to renew in 2024, 2025, and 2026. The lion's share of them being in 25 and 26. And this current year in 2024, we're getting calls from current clients and just new people who have found us online, finding us on at our website, therobcampbell.com. So just a couple of examples of these clients and what they're facing. So first example, real life stories. A client of ours is up for renewal with a big branch and big Canadian six bank. Excuse me. And their current mortgage balance is down around the $50,000 mark, 50. And they wanted to add some money to that mortgage, and they wanted to top it up to do some repairs. They're in their later years, and they want to just do a few repairs. So they wanted to top up their loan, and they got a renewal offer from their institution. And we said, you know what? To be honest with you, the low loan amount, for us to be able to collect paperwork from you, for us to be able to get signing and then get a legal representative out to see you to switch the mortgages doesn't make sense for you. It actually makes the most sense for you to stay with the lender that you're at and to negotiate with the branch to get you a lower rate. Well, they didn't know that they could do this. So what we did was we kind of prepared them for that conversation, told them to go in. They got a rate from the branch for their renewal slash refinance, very small refinance, but likely wasn't going to go out of the original charge that was registered on the property. So the branch came back with a rate that was not great. And the client came back to us and said, "Can you do better?" And I said, "Yeah, we can totally do better." But again, I go back to, is it worth your time, your effort, your money to put out for a put out for a an appraisal? Sorry. There's an appraisal cost, $400 maybe. There's legal representation, switching lenders, new banking information, all that stuff. It doesn't make sense. So we said, hey, here's what you need to do. We guided them the proper way. They went back into the branch and got a great renewal rate offer the second time around. So what happens here? Well, when you're at your current institution, especially certain big institutions, not so much necessarily mortgage broker lenders. Mortgage broker lenders, and I'm not being biased, they'll always lead with a really good offer right out of the gate for maturity. But those other big institutions here in Canada are not always going to lead with their best foot. They're going to wait for you to do your legwork and force you to go and spend energy trying to find a better rate out in the market. And then they'll drop it down, which kind of sucks, but it is the nature of the beast. So the moral of that story is we were able to, without even acting on behalf of the client as their broker, we were able to get them a lower rate with their current institution. And it was just a couple of signatures at the branch, I'm sure, and it's all going to get wrapped up. So that saves them some money. The second story is of a retired couple who have seen their income decrease, and they own two properties. One is a primary residence, one is a rental property. And they wanted to shift some equity around between the two properties, uh, you know, property A to pay out property B, basically. And they were both maturing at a roughly the same time. So again, low income because retirement, a lot going on with properties. The loans are already placed there. Why take them away? It just, to us, brokers are in the business of placing new business and we want to get paid for our time. But again, we always default back at our team. We default back to what's best for the client. So we instructed these clients, you know what, we're going to help you. We're going to coach you to be able to deal with this renewal. Same story. Got a really not great rate offer for their mortgage renewal. And we coached them in such a way that they were able to go back to the branch, beat them up a little bit, not literally, beat them up on the rate and get them a lower rate on the first property, which then was going to be able to allow them to get what they needed done on the second property. So, because of that guidance, because of that trust level, because they're already clients of ours, they knew that we weren't, running them around, and we were being honest. Yeah, we could try to place this elsewhere, but it's going to be really difficult, and it probably is not the best move for you. So, the moral of that story is, again, the clients are fighting with their current institution for the lowest rate. We are in the business of placing new business at our mortgage team. We want to help you get a great deal, and we get paid when we place that business at a new lender. We don't get compensated for our time when we help you renew at your current lender. However, money isn't everything to us. We always try to guide what's the best approach here, because we feel that's right for the client, and we also feel that that's going to pay dividends down the road for us with client referrals and just good uh, well-being towards our clients. And so that's the story today about you always competing against yourself with the bank. When it comes to getting a lower rate with them, they're never going to lead with their best foot. Never. They're always going to have room to come down. So we're here to guide people. Now, if there's this fundamental change, right? You want to up your amortization, you want a line of credit when you don't have one, you want to be with the bank that you currently have everything else with. Like, there's other reasons that we would take you to another lender, but everything being equal, sometimes the path of least resistance for our clients that we find is just sending them right back to where they are already are for the renewal. So what we're finding in this environment with mortgage renewals coming up in 2024, 25, and 26 is that you need to get ahead of this before the timing is up. Don't leave this for 30 days from a renewal. Don't leave it for 60 days. Establish a plan. Let's have a conversation 6 months out, a year out, just a quick 15-minute phone call. Where you're at, what are you thinking? There might be opportunities there to be able to plan better, transition you into a new lender, maybe sooner if that suits your needs currently with cash flow. So always in this market where, yes, rates are coming down, but your renewal is also coming up. It might be 12, 24 months out. You got to plan, because if you don't plan properly now and have that plan going forward, it might bite you in the rear end. But also you could be, if you leave it up to yourself in the branch or the lender that you're with, you don't know what you don't know. You're not dealing in mortgages every day. You don't know what's available to you. You don't know the right questions to ask. So always reach out to a professional who's going to help you. That's today's live stream. Hope that has served you well. And thank you for tuning in. If you like this content, please subscribe. Consider subscribing to our channel. Like I said, we're trying to ramp up output on information for you, the homeowner here in Canada, and would love to see you subscribe. So thanks a lot, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Ciao.